Alright, guys, we're back for round 11's review of 2022 Supercoach. Just a terrible week all around. Didn't like it. Just everything kind of just turned to garbage by Saturday, honestly. Uh, Score 22-32, not good. You wanted at least like 20, high 2300s, 2400s even. I think the top score was 27, so it kind of gives you like a brief look at where you should be scoring. Just not a good week. So much just didn't go my way. A lot of it was my fault though, so dropped in rank, which is just annoying. I'm trying to build that and it went down. So look at the team. Actually, good. They added the blue dots before they didn't have the blue dots yet. So Sicily 147. Just he's so good right now. He's in such good form. If you brought him in for like 500 or even less, you just you laugh him to the bank with that. It's great. Hewitt 118. Chera kind of just exploded. Honestly, Carlton should have won this game. I'll just get that out of the way. This was probably the most entertaining game of the weekend. Even with like BT's just terrible commentary. He was so Hollywood biased, but yeah, Carlton should have won. Hewitt was good though. Chera just overshadowed him. Sinclair, the trade in 140. I think this is my first trade in 140. Honestly, everyone I've traded in has kind of done bad. So this might be my first big score from the week I've traded someone in. Yeah, it shows how the season's gone. Crisp 97. He looked fine. Honestly, I think this was Degoe's game. If you had him, he's finally put up a good score for you, so that's fine. Nothing to worry about here. He actually looked pretty good playing. It's just only so many points can go around. Short 85. Not gonna lie, I kept flicking off this game. I found it super boring until like the last quarter, which Richmond fans would complain, but it was the right call. He couldn't hear the whistle. There was literally no way he could have heard it. Short 85. It is what it is. And then, oh my god, I started watching this game, and once I saw Zorko forward, I had to turn it off. This was just, I never wanted Zorko. He's a 32 or 33, one of them. Injury risk, positional risk. He's just, he's never been uber consistent scoring in the last couple of years. If you look at last year, even like last year was like his comeback year, you could say. Even then, he wasn't consistently scoring that high. There were a lot of low games in there. It's just he never put consistent low games, so he never dropped in price. Gibcus 55, ended up having to hold him, trade Dacos, which I think was positive. Let's have a look. I think it was. What did he score? 59. Alright, so -4, but he would have dropped more. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Plus, I need Gibcus in round 13, whereas actually, I guess both of them would have been playing there. It doesn't really matter. Where I also brought in, he actually looked all right from what I saw. 60 is pretty much all you're going to get from him, between 60 and maybe his best game he'll put out a 70, but I don't expect too much from him. Just he looked good, general good player. Clayton as vice captain, just didn't really catch too much of the game. I only caught like the recap on the next day. Melbourne just got beat everywhere. Petrarca said his lowest full game disposal count, so that's that's obviously not great. And then Oliver wasn't too amazing either. I think Gawn top scored for Melbourne, and it was only like 118. So Freo just kind of dominated him. Neil was, in hindsight, the obvious vice captain, but even then, I wouldn't have been able to take the score. I don't think. I'll have a look. So, would I have been able to take it? Let's see. No, so that takes out Bruce. I guess I could. Yeah. All right. So I could have gone Bailey Smith, which would have helped here as well. We'll get on to that. McRae 102, just dogs mids. There's too many of them for X amount of points that they give out. This game it was Dunkley who went huge, and I was thinking of advising him as well. As soon as I saw him playing inside, should have, like, he was named inside. I should have just put it on him. But yeah, 102. It's that's fine. For a dogs player, he can go 120 next week or 130. It doesn't matter. Took 109. I want to say this is like his first big score in just a little bit. If this wants to load up, I think last week he had like a pretty off game. Yeah, 59 versus dogs. Yeah, that's good. 109. Get back in the tons. And Petrarca, I kind of just talked about this before. Lowest, he had 10 disposals, which is his lowest full game count. I don't know if that just means any game. I don't know if he's ever like gotten injured mid game. Yeah, that's just a bit disappointing. I think he must have been tagged. I didn't really see, but he must have been. For him to have zero impact on the game. And he's Norm Smith, Brownlow contender. One of the best mids in the comp. Yeah, it's a bit interesting how bad he scored. Even if it was a tag, I'd expect at least like a 70 from him. Cripps came back with a 114. This was really needed. Just a couple of bad games in a row from him. Hopefully there's a ruck back for Carlton soon, because seeing Cripps ruck is just it's not great to see. It really kills the scoring he has. And then this, oh my god, I don't know what was going through my brain here. For some reason, I decided Clark was the one I wanted to loop with. Why wouldn't I have just gone McComb, the forward, instead of the player I know is playing mid and will score okay? I don't know. So that was 9 points, say 10. Then this situation, I just had this like guttural feeling Carroll's going to be the sub. I shouldn't do this. It would have had Owens on field, but I was like, I don't really feel that comfortable with Owens. And I was hoping maybe Carlton player doesn't get hurt, because I think they've only used their sub 3 times this year. 3 out of 11 or 3 out of 10 or whatever. I was like, yeah, you know what, whatever. Maybe he doesn't come on. Came on early, so I was like, okay, well, it's on early. There's a defender gone, so maybe he plays, further back and further up forward. Incorrect. Played forward, had no impact on the game, took a couple of good marks, but kicked it then straight to Collingwood. Late in the game, he was leading a charge, which would have... They did score from. I think this was Kerno's last goal of the game, and he just got caught running. He was walking. I can't even say he was caught running. Just walking down the field and got holding the ball. So that killed the scoring. I think it was on 40 Dream Team, something like that. But yeah, this is terrible. If you have him, you definitely trade to Owens. Like, that's the easiest move I can possibly ask. I can possibly tell you. You go him to Owens and pray, that Owens stays good and doesn't end up 55% time on ground. But speaking of Owens, the king is back. I can say I held him. I held him and I saw this coming, but honestly, nah, no way. He was meant to be my loop, and I could say this is the reason I got stuck with Carroll, because he actually played. Yeah, I'll take it. I need some cash gen. And this is just good for buys. If he's got the first buy, it means he's playing 13, he's playing 14. That's when I need help. Witts I ended up captaining him, which, of the two was better, but Dunkley, like I said, I was thinking about, didn't do it. Neil, I wasn't really thinking about it because the GWS new coach, I thought, okay, DeBoer's just going to tag him. They ended up tagging with Perryman. I don't know what that play was, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, whatever. I'll take Witts. Hayes, a little disappointing. Originally was dropped, then brought back. so I don't know what's going on at Port. He might be dropped this week. No, they got bye this week. Who they play in 13? Richmond. They kind of need a ruck there. I think Lycett's still got a couple of weeks, so maybe Hayes plays just till then, and then he's like straight out. And Howard Bruce just because I want an extra defender, and I had a plain ruck. Of the forwards, everyone kind of did all right. Heaney sucked. Heaney really sucked. He played, I think, every position on the ground in just the first half. He was playing inside mid, he played wing, he played forward, he played back. The only thing he didn't do was ruck, and obviously you can't do that. Just terrible. But Dunkley was fine. Dogs mid obviously is good. Parker was fine. He'll probably average around 105 to 110 in that range. Butters was good. Thing is, I'll be doing something with him this week because I'm kind of lost the faith in him, to be honest. Heaney, 53, like I said, just terrible. Couldn't find a role to stick in. He's kind of their like fix-it player, which is it's not good at all. Cogs was on track for a better game and then just didn't happen. Didn't really watch the second half, but the first half he was good. He was inside. I think he had a goal or he had a shot on goal, something like that. It looked good, and then it just didn't materialise into a ton. De Koning had to field him better than anyone else, so I'll take it. I think De Koning goes next week, honestly. And then the bench is just, it is what it is. Rioli lost money, which is just poor from him. Now, as for trades, like I said, the goal was to go Bruce into Gawn here. Now, Gawn's actually not been great in his last 3. If you look at it, he's averaging under a ton in his last 3 and just over in his last 5. So, instead, I was looking at, I'm not going English. Even though this is good, I guess he can. He's not 600. He's going to probably reach 650. I just like him better as a forward than a ruck, honestly. I'm going Sean Darcy. Darcy is such a huge injury risk. He gets injured every game he plays, it feels like. But that scoring in the second half of last season, if he can replicate that, he'll be the easy ruck one. Like, easy ruck one. He was borderline 200. He was having borderline 200 games last year. He's just so good, honestly. One of the better rucks in the whole competition. Then, who do I have more faith in? Probably Heaney. Let's see. I wanted Bont. Now, this is tough because now I have to trade an extra player. Yishkibkis, and then De Koning the week after. Let's see. I just need to see what rookies there are, honestly. Are there any defensive rookies? I doubt it. I don't think there's actually any at all. Cleary got dropped. Riordan isn't too good. Kemp is sub risk like every week. And that's all that played. One of these guys might get picked up in the the mid-season draft, whatever it's called. They might play. I could have sworn Rhett Bazo, whatever his name is, he played. Mustn't have, or maybe he got named in extended bench. Yeah, no one really here. But keep an eye out for these West Coast guys. They won't score too well, but if you need a playing player on the bench, maybe they'll just be fine for that. So let's see what we've got forward. Shannon Neal, not a fan of that. Ainsworth is kind of bad. I don't see him coming back. Played one game, gone -2. Again, Rhett Bazo, maybe he comes in. I think West Coast should just honestly just say all the older players are injured and play the younger guys. You can't get worse. If you don't win a game, you don't win a game. It doesn't really matter. Is there any mids? Florenka might get picked up, from what I've heard, in the mid-season draft. I think he's like the highest likelihood to Tsitsitas, whatever his name is. He keeps getting put on the extended bench, so maybe he gets a game at some point. Gold Coast have looked all right, so maybe not. Mountford, perhaps. I don't think so. Okay, this one I should talk about. This is actually pretty funny. Matty Roberts in his under 18s had a 240, a 204, 180s. I think he had two 180s and, just a couple of 150s and stuff in there. It comes to the AFL level, 8. This guy was meant to play round 1. I think he had a calf injury. That's what stopped him. Or was it a shoulder injury? Something like that. It comes in, plays forward. He's a proper midfielder. So, Sydney's not a good fit for him anyway, but 8. 8 is what he scores. 8. Yeah, there's just not really many rookies, huh? I guess that, and I'll just take Neil for now. I mean, I could just go for a non-playing guy. We'll see. Yeah, go with that for now. Defense is finished. Not completely. I will trade Zorko, just not. Never wanted him, and I'm probably not going to keep him. I just don't like the pick. Even when he scores like 140 next week, and to make me look stupid, still don't like the pick. I will be trading him. So then 2 mids. Oh, wait, is it 3? No, 2. Cripps is on the bench. Hopefully I can get Brayshaw Merritt or Brayshaw Titch or Kelly Titch, something like that. Titch is probably like the best value option, even though his price has to have gone up by now. Okay, can I see the player, please? What am I doing? That's not his name. That's fine. Tom Mitch. He scored 85 this week. Interesting. I thought he tonned last week. All right, run home. Yeah, I'll look into him. Yeah, but that's about it for this week. 11 trades in the bank. 11 trades left. 175 in the bank. Bont's in. Baz is in. Dunkley. McRae. Maybe I might need English. Maybe he puts up an 8. We've seen that before. So maybe puts in an 8. I'll have 5 dogs players. That would just be great. But yeah, let me know how you guys went this week and how your buy rounds are looking. Let me just put these guys on the field. But yeah, I'll see you all next week. And till then, tasty out.